Hello everyone, thank you for coming and watching my live cooking show. If you're on live today, if you would put live, and if you are watching the replay, please put replay. So we have a snow day today, so I am moving my cooking show that's normally at 4 o'clock. We're going to do it at 11:30 today so that I can enjoy the rest of the day. So I have some chicken I need to cook, and I kind of needed some seasonings to figure out what to put on it and what to do with it, so it wasn't same old, same old. So I printed off this recipe, and it's called Peruvian chicken, and it's from Pampered, but I'm going to modify it a little bit kind of for my taste and for what I have in the cabinet. So I'm going to start with, they say 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and I'm going to use olive oil because that's my preference. So if you're on, please say hello. I think I actually have, I have a new camera holder, so I think I can actually see the comments now, which is kind of cool. So if you've got questions, throw them in there. If you want to just say hi, say hello. So today we have a snow day, so I'm home. Hey Melanie, I'm home, and it's been a really nice, quiet morning. They didn't call the snow day until 7 something, so I was I had already done all my Pampered Chef stuff. I had worked out, I had taken a shower, I had eaten breakfast, so I'm like, woohoo, a nap. So it was a really nice morning. So I'm going to be making some chicken if you're just hopping on, and I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here, and then I'm just going to zest my lime because I don't want to waste any of this amazing flavor. They just called for the juice of the lime, but I really, really love lime, so I'm gonna lime it up a bit, and my family does too. So if you're just coming on and you're in Ohio or somewhere that has snow, I would love to know, did you get some time off today, or are you back at work and you're watching from work, maybe on lunch? I would love to know. So, and what's for dinner? That's always my question. What is for dinner? So I'm going to take my lime and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to pop it in our citrus press, which already has something in it for me. I've been testing everything out this morning to see what I wanted to make. So, okay. So I'm gonna put the juice of the lime in there, which this thing pumps so much juice out, it's amazing. And then I've got my Rachel Ray style garbage bowl over here. I'm not just throwing things on the counter, but I love these bowls. So it's a set of 3. You can buy them all individually. And they're just my jam. They're pretty, they're functional, really easy to clean, lightweight, great with the hand mixer too. Okay, so I have my lime in there, and then it was 4 cloves of garlic pressed, which any chance I can add fresh garlic, always my jam. Okay, so I'm gonna get my garlic press and put my citrus press over there. Get my garlic press. This one is huge, so I can tell you that is not gonna fit in there. So normally I don't worry about cutting it. So hey Karen, I bet you have better weather than us in Florida. We got a snow day though, so no complaints here. And then I'm hearing that there could be another I don't know, 7 inches coming on Tuesday. I don't know if anybody else has heard that, but man, this time of year I am like a weather hawk. I got up early this morning. If you saw my crazy live video this morning at 5:30, the minute I wake up and it's could there be a delay? That is literally the end of the night of sleep for me. I'm like a kid. So we haven't had any cancellations this year. We've had a few delays, but we haven't had any cancellations this year. So everybody's been anxiously awaiting that first cancellation. So a little cool, upper 60s. Yeah, I would take the upper 60s. Although I'm not gonna pass on a snow delay and cancellation. It's awesome. So if you're just popping on, feel free to say hi. For once, I can actually see the comments. So I was inspired by, that one was a big one. I was inspired by a recipe that I found on the Pampered Chef site for Peruvian chicken. So I'm kind of putting my spin on it. Sometimes I'll use the recipes as like an inspiration and then kind of go off the rails and make what I want. So just kind of gives me the good bases of things that I need to put in here. So far I've got in here, this should be, I don't remember if it's my 3rd or my 4th garlic. And then zest of a lime. And then olive oil. And then I'm using chicken thighs. They had like a whole chicken, and I'm not a huge fan of like whole chicken because I find it hard to like, it just doesn't seem to have a lot of meat on it. So I don't tend to do whole chicken a lot. I usually tend to do chicken thighs because it's just a little bit easier. Okay, so salt, I need to add salt. I don't have that. Okay, so I'm gonna put some salt in here. And then what else? Black pepper. They are using cumin, sugar, paprika, oregano. That's not really my jam today, so I am going to use Jamaican jerk, which is one of my favorites. And when I saw lime, I'm like, oh boy, yeah, that's gonna have to have Jamaican jerk in it. So I'm gonna start with that in there. So hi Teresa. If you're on, please say hello. If you're having lunch, I'd love to know what you're having. Did you have a nice weekend? We had a really nice weekend. Everything kind of shut down around here yesterday. I'm gonna put a little more olive oil in there because I've got a lot of chicken. Everything kind of shut down yesterday because we got some snow. So it was like an unexpected, like quiet day. So, and we know that those don't come around very often, especially during January, February. So man, when they do, everybody like goes to town either on like a fun list of things to do or an extra nap or all of the above, which is kind of what we did yesterday. It was really nice. Okay, and then I was debating on rotisserie, but I want to smell it. I'm not sure. I might hold off on rotisserie and use it over on my veggies instead. Not quite the right flavors I'm going for right now. Okay, let me put this over here so I don't drop it. All right, so next up, I'm going to take my chicken, and they are using it on the rotisserie in the air fryer, and I was like, oh, I can do that with chicken thighs. That's perfect. So I'm gonna take my chicken thighs, and I'm gonna cut them first because once they have this yummy mixture on them, they're going to be hard to cut. Wash my hands so I don't cross-contaminate anything. So if you're just popping on, please say hello. We have a snow day, and my son and I are at home and enjoying the fact that we have another weekend day we were expecting to have. So it's really nice, really, really nice. Okay. So I keep looking at this because I feel like we'll see. Hopefully it'll coat everything. All right, so I'm going to cut my chicken just in smaller pieces so that I can put them on skewers and not have them so big that they kind of run into each other. I don't know if you're finding, but I'm finding that my chicken does not last very long right now. So it's like buy it and use it right away. I kind of hip parade last week when my chicken, the end date was today. So I'm like, oh, I could have 2 things of chicken. Sure enough, I opened it, it was not good. So I don't know what's happening. I'm not really sure, but don't seem to be able to get chicken to last more than a couple of days in the fridge. So we do tend to cook it like right away. Like hubby went to the grocery store, I think on Saturday. So it's kind of like first thing, all right, make sure that we cook the chicken before it goes bad so we don't waste it. This is the carving knife, and I love to use the carving knife on chicken because it cuts right through with no effort. So, and because I'm cutting all kinds of different things, I have different cutting boards for things. So this is going to be my chicken cutting board, and it's going to be my chicken knife. And I'm not going to use it on anything else because I don't want to get chicken stuff on it, on anything else that I'm cooking. Okay, let me toss this in here, get this stuff out of the way. Wash my hands again. if you are just hopping on, no, I am not usually on at this time, but hip hip hooray, we got a snow day. So, and I'm a full-time teacher, and man, snow days are just as good when you're an adult. They are just really wonderful. It is literally beautiful outside, partially because I don't have to go anywhere. So I'm really enjoying just kind of having a slow day. In January and February, those don't happen very often. So take this off real quick, just so I don't get chicken on my watch. Okay, so I am going to be making like a rotisserie chicken, but I'm kind of switching it up. This is lime and olive oil, Jamaican jerk, salt, lots of garlic, because that's what I like. So, and if you're on and you want to say hello, for once, I can actually see the comments. Heavy helped me figure out a new light. So I got a new light on Amazon, and it's got all, like, I can raise it up really high, and it's got this really weird thing with lights on the top, and it works really well. So I've been testing it out today. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wash my hands one more time, and then maybe use gloves for the rest. My gloves are really big, so we'll see if I can handle those. So they were using in the recipe a full chicken, and that's not really my jam. So I really prefer smaller bites of chicken. I don't want to work, like, after I've already like taken the time to put it together, I don't really want to have to cut it all up. So that's just my preference. We'll see if these work and keep me from having to wash my hands again. So maybe I can do that. There we go. Okay, I'll try to remember that one for the next time. All right, so we've got this spinner, and it goes into the air fryer, which, plug for the air fryer, it is on sale this month, and you don't have to host. And how cool is that? I think I'm gonna switch hands. Good idea, wrong execution here. So air fryer is on sale, and then I'm about to use, once I get this finished, I'm going to show you the rapid press mandolin, because it's on sale this month too. And man, those two are like some of my favorite products in the catalog. I use them all the time. They're easy to clean up, easy to use. Our air fryer stays on the counter. I usually have it in a little bit different spot than where it is right now, but that's so that the camera, you can see it on there. But I love it. I use it all the time. Kids use it, hubby uses it. We use it like to reheat things when we have leftovers. It's great for baked goods. And personally, it looks a little bit more like an oven, so to me is like easier for me to figure out. I haven't quite figured out how the other air fryers work. So this one has a traditional like opening on it. Has a traditional opening on it, so it's really easy to figure out how things go in there. And then we have several sets of pans. Trying to figure out, I think I need my cutting board back. I don't get chicken all over the place. Let's see, let me just get a new one. Got some soap on that one, we don't want that. All right. You can never have too many cutting boards, especially when you're doing things like chicken. Okay, so I'm just gonna take these little skewers and pop a few pieces of chicken on them. They cook really fast with the skewers because they're getting heat from all sides, and it does spin. And we have done all kinds of things. Like sometimes we'll do like beef and marinate it like overnight and then put it on skewers. You can do veggies. Veggies just in general on a skewer are not my favorite because I want them to have their own flavor, and they tend to taste like the chicken or whatever you're cooking. So that's just kind of my personal preference. But if you like that, go for it. That works great. So tomatoes and onions, and in the case of today, it's going to be sweet potatoes, but I'm going to make them in the oven. So awesome. Hi, Beverly and Kathy and Chad and Sandy. I hope you're having a great day. We have a snow day, so I promise I'm not like sneaking out of school to come home and go live. That's not what's happening. So, but we're kind of hunkered down. I was peeking at the weather and it looks like we could get another round of snow, so I don't know, I guess we'll see. So this one looks a little more significant, so saying like 4 to 7 inches on Tuesday, and I looked at the weather and it looks like it's really, like it could really be on Wednesday, so it said late Tuesday, but I love a good snow day just as much as the kids do. Some of these I cut up a little bit small to fit on skewers, but we'll make it work. It smells so good. So when we get like smell-o-vision, man, I love like garlic and lime together, and the Jamaican jerk really brings out the two of those together. First time I did skewers, I couldn't figure out, I typically get a new product and then literally go live with it without like reading the instructions, because I'm like, that's fine, I'll figure it out, and then I end up with something really weird. So my first like skewer video is like a complete mess, and I'm like flinging meat all over the place because I didn't know what I was doing. So now I have it all set up properly, and it's really not complicated. I just didn't take the time to do it. And then when I got, not the rapid press mandolin, when I got like a traditional mandolin, I went live and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this, no big deal. And I like almost chopped my hand off. So if you have a mandolin, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that those blades are sharp, really sharp. So, and I, of course, did not read the instructions and watch a video ahead of time. I just went for it, and man, that was like almost a disaster. Thankfully, the potato that I was trying to chop with the mandolin just fell on the floor without my fingers, which is, that could have been disastrous. I'm sure would have gotten tons of views, but that's really not the way I want to gain a following. Okay, might see if I can squeeze a few more of these on here, because I've got a few more left. I wasn't sure exactly how many it would hold. A couple more on there. So hubby always buys me like plastic gloves because I hate to touch chicken, and the gloves that I like are like the like blue ones, and they're really expensive. So he got me these, but they're like 10 times the size of my hand, but apparently using a hair tie at the bottom makes them perfect. So if you're looking for a quick tip, so like the kitchen version is so much cheaper than, I guess that's pretty obvious, but it's so much cheaper to buy those. Then I don't feel bad using like 3 or 4 sets of them while I'm cooking. So, okay, almost there. Have to spread them out once I get them on there and kind of make sure that there's room so everything isn't all bunched up. But the cool thing about having lots of them on there is it's going to keep it from getting dry. It'll cook it quickly. There'll be enough room for everything to get properly cooked and not be like have little raw sections, which would be yucky with chicken. Okay, let's see what we've got here. A mess. All right, since I'm going to have to wash this hand anyway, I'll just go for it. I'm gonna move them around. It's a pretty good little snow day lunch there. Man, it smells good. Okay, figure out how to get this thing off. Okay. That in there. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Again. Alright, so next step is to get this into the air fryer. And I'm trying to make sure that I have it. I think I need to adjust this because I don't think that's going to. So it has this little like solid piece that goes through the middle to kind of hold it all together. So I have to get it lined up so that it'll fit in the air fryer properly. And then the sticks don't end up like the wrong length and fall off. And okay, our rotisserie. I don't need 45 minutes. I probably need 20 would be my guess. And then rotate needs to be on. And then push start. And then make sure it is rotating. Don't think I have it quite in there, right? There we go. Wash my hands one more time. Okay, get all this chicken stuff out of here. Okay, next up is veggies and a starchy side. Okay, so I have sweet potatoes and onions, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to end up doing them. I think I'm going to like dice them. So I kind of want them like this size so that they're kind of like fries. So hi Kristen. I started with a recipe for Peruvian chicken, and wasn't quite exactly what I was looking for, so I kind of used it as recipe inspiration. So I took chicken thighs and put lime, garlic, olive oil, and then our Jamaican jerk seasoning, which smells divine, and then I put it on the rotisserie, which is what they were suggesting in the first place, but with a whole chicken, and that wasn't really my jam. So I kind of switched it up a little bit. So next up, I'm going to add veggies and a starch. So I'm using sweet potatoes, which I think maybe count as a vegetable. I'm not exactly sure. And then onions, which obviously are a veggie, but they do tend to be a little bit sugary when they're cooked. So I'm going to use the rapid press Mandolin, which is like my favorite toy, and on sale. So air fryer's on sale right now. If you are hosting, it's even more on sale. So totally check that out. But I want everything to be kind of the same size, just so I can stick it all in the oven or the air fryer together. Okay, so I've got my onion, which I think I could toss these together. I haven't decided if I'm going to. I think that might be good. So, cool thing about this, I can just take this off of here and then just dump it on the pan. These are the modular pans, and I love them because they're small, keeps things kind of like all put together, but they also fit in the air fryer. And I don't like to use the grates in the air fryer without a pan on them, so it was tricky for a while until they came out with these to find a pan that fit. Okay, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to do a little bit of rotisserie seasoning on them, and then a little bit of salt, and I think some pepper, maybe some garlic. I have to think on that one. I'm gonna check my garlic olive oil, see if that's the right smell for me right now, because I think it is. So this is garlic parmesan. It smells amazing. So yes, I did say the air fryer's on sale. Good time to host. On sale, and if you're hosting, you could potentially get it for free. So that is like the way to go. Okay, so I'm gonna give these a little mix up. You know what I want to mix them up with? Maybe some tongs. That's what I'm thinking. Don't really want to have to wash my hands again. I've already washed them like 5 times. So, all right. Okay, so get that going. Get all the good stuff mixed around. Smells good. Okay, and then I'm gonna give those a rinse. I might use them on the sweet potatoes too. All right, so there are my onions, and then I'm going to do sweet potatoes next. And the Rapid Press Mandolin, which is on sale. I love this product. It's super easy to use. You can change the way it cuts. So, but this is what I was looking for. It was kind of like little fries or like hash. This was wasn't sure that I wanted to mix my sweet potatoes and my onion. Okay. So I might cook them separately and then eat them together. But so, hey Heather. Sweet potatoes are like so hard, but it blows my mind that I can put like these in here and it'll just like whip right through them. Fun little like stress reliever if you're stressed out. So like a food chopper. All right, and that's one sweet potato. That's pretty good to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take that out, move this stuff over. Made a nice little mess over there. See if there's, I wasn't sure all of them were going to fit in there. So I think I'm going to use the medium pan for those. Hard to tell how much is going to come out of it, so put that in there. Sweet potatoes will cook a little faster if it's like one layer, so. Alright, I think I want to spritz them. So I'm going to spritz them with some olive oil. I kind of like sweet potatoes just on their own, so I think I'm just going to add salt to that. Helps bring out the flavor. I love the taste of sweet potatoes kind of on their own, so keep it simple on that. I think I will try cooking them all in the oven together. I can always pull the onions out first if they need to come out. So, thought I had my oven on, but apparently not. I'm gonna do them at 400. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes. And then my rotisserie is like cooking. Smells amazing. And I want to do a quick cleanup and get some of this stuff out of here. Okay, and then I want an apple. So I was like, I've got a really good looking apple in the fridge. So my mom was playing with this when she was here over Christmas, and she loves apples. She does apples for breakfast every morning with like a bitey cheese. So this is our apple core. So you take this and go down the middle. Not that you can't use the actual apple core, like not that you can't use this one to do that, but this gives you such a nice like finish on the middle and gets all the seeds out. So, and it's kind of fun to use. And then our apple slicer. So it gives you a way to line it up, and man, that's like perfect. And you don't end up with like those little pieces of apple that are kind of in weird places that you missed and you go crooked, but this thing is super sharp, and man, it is wonderful. So it comes with this nice little like holder so that you don't have like sharp edges in your drawers. So I am going to finish cooking this, and then I will take lots of pictures and post them online. And if you have any questions, shoot me a message. And if you think you can do what I do, you absolutely can. And you can join for $25 this month. How cool is that? So, and if you join our team, then I will be helping you get all started. So if you're interested in that, just shoot me a message. If you would like to host so that you can get the air fryer the Rapid Press Mandolin on sale, make sure that you send me a message, because I'm almost booked up for the 27th. So, and that's our last month to get double rewards. So I hope that you have a great day. Bye, everybody.